Hello guys, what is going on, and welcome to Building Historic Planes in KSP. And today we're going to go to the A-10 Thunderbolt 2, which is not really that old of a plane. Well, you could say it's 4 decades old, and expected to last till 2014, even though it was built during the... Its first flight was in 10th of May 1972. And I think it's this world. Yeah, it is. And so we're gonna be in the A-10 Thunderbolt 2. It's a single-seater twin engine straight-wing jet aircraft developed by Fairchild Republic in the early 1970s. Cool. It's a pretty OP plane. Let's put it that way. I mean, if something's gonna be still in service after what? More than 80 years. Well, not 80 years, more like 70 years. That's pretty insane. I mean, how many planes are in service for that long? That's ridiculous. Alright, so we're going to start with this thing, because it looks like the most relevant that we can use. And then probably just these. So, what? We'll chuck another one on. Just for size, in general. And then we would have had... Let's have a look. Oh, it has a bit of a tail as well, so... Actually, I think there's one here. Nope, too big. It's here somewhere. Too long. Why are they so long, honestly? Whoa, what the hell is that? Don't know. Do not know. Could chuck that on the end of it, couldn't I? Alright, let's just do this. It'll look fair, and here we go. It's not exactly, but it's better than nothing. So, anyway, back onto the engines, which we will be using the... I'm trying to figure out if I want to use the turbofan one. Nah. It'll be this one. It'll be the turbofan engine, which will go at about... there? Bit down a little. Yeah, which will go about there. So... There's our twin engines for jet, aircraft, fightery, and cool stuff like that. And then we need our wings as... Well, what else would a fighter have? Definitely would not have wings, and which go about here, about here. And as we make it a bigger. Alright, that's the wings so far. Probably just a little bit bigger. Yep. Nope. About that. And now this thing had a lot of shit underneath it. From the picture I'm looking at, this thing has a lot of weapons attached to this thing. Like a ridiculous amount. Weapons attached to it. I'm just gonna quickly move these a little bit forward. Actually, about there looks better. Yeah, about there looks better. Anyway, so that's that. Let's have a front on view. I think the engines need to go up a little. So we're not going to turn on just normal, because. No, too close. Because now this thing is acting a little stupid. Yeah, perfect. Perfection. Perfection is guaranteed when I build stuff. No, that's a lie. Perfection is not guaranteed when I build stuff. If anything's going to be guaranteed when I build stuff, is that it's probably going to be really, really, really bad. There we are. Yeah, that should do it, and just need to make it a bit smaller. Yep, and move it across a little, about there. Yep, about there. Alright, perfect. And where's our center of lift and center of thrust? Thrust is right there. Could chuck these big things on, but that'd be ridiculous. Maybe we will do an SR-71 Blackbird. This is the P-Wing, we don't need that. SR-71 Blackbird. I think that will be our next plane. Because they look honestly pretty goddamn cool. I mean, why wouldn't you want one? I love the auto clip of this. It makes it just so much easier. Alright, so the back of it needs to be straightened up a little, so... Needs to come up a little. G. Actually, maybe... Where are they? Would they work out better for it? No, I don't like the look of it. So this will do. It's a little bit too... Alright, perfect. And now we need to add the thingamabobbies on. What do you call them? Here we go. Nope. There we go. Those there. And of course I'm not going to add those on because they're too big. And the control surface here. Now I know it looks pretty shitty, but gotta work with what we got. So let's just leave it at that. You gotta work with what you got, guys. Don't get mad at me, please. Please, don't get mad. Please? No! Don't get mad at me! Alright. Anyway. Let's continue on from that. What we need next is... engine pylon? No, I don't want that. What if they have wing pylons? Was there a wheel mod that I had? No, it would just be these thingies, which would... There we go. Be about... ooh, there. Yep. And we're not going to add the... what would actually drop on. We'll just add the things that do the detachy thingy, which are the hard points. I'm pretty sure they're the hard points. Wherever they happen to be. Ah, here we go. Hard points. So there's like one here for a missile. There's... oh, structural pylon. They're the ones I want. They're the ones I wanted, but they're a bit too long, so we'll just deal with these ones for now. And then there would have been 1, 2, 3, 4 more of them, or something like that. So we'll just chuck 4 more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we're actually going to put the bombs on, rockets on, rocket-guided missiles on, because I don't want to. And is the last wheel at the front or the back? It's probably at the back, I'm going to guess. Because it was at the front, I don't think this thing would land very well. Holy shit, that's a big bloody... that's a big light. What are these? Landing legs? Holy crap, that thing is huge. These are docking ports. They look cool. Omnilight. Omnilight! Join now for $9.95. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm doing my thing. We'll just do that. And we almost forgot the flaps that are meant to be on this side of the plane. Holy shit, that doesn't look good. As you can see, the flaps are the center of lift is ridiculously too far to the back. Now, can I fly this thing? Probably not. Oh, that's... what the hell am I doing? What is this? Nose intake? What the hell? We don't need no nose intake. There, that's that. I'm skeptical about this. What do you call... I don't know what that word is anymore. I'm unsure if this thing will fly. To be perfectly honest. A-10 Thunderbolt. Aye aye. I'm skeptical about this thing flying. Why? Because it looks like a horrible design. And I can't build shit for shit in this game. What the hell? Maybe I should have put... Okay, let's just see how this goes. For now, and then I'm pretty sure I need to change something. Fuck, this thing uses no fuel at all. We take off? I don't think we're going to take off because there's not enough. We need to be higher at the front, don't we? Yeah, oh shit. Oh! We just disintegrated. Yeah, I realized what happened there. Because it was so low, the thrust of the plane was pushing the, it wasn't letting it go up because this is pushing that way. The plane is facing in the wrong direction. So unfortunately, guys, I, as always, alt-tabbed by accident, of course, and that caused me to get really pissed off for the last half a minute. So this may sound really rushed and pissed off in a way, as we add the wheels that don't seem to want to add properly now. What the hell happened while I was gone? I alt-tabbed for a minute and it just appears to be broken? What? Okay, doesn't really matter though, because now we add the wheels, and hopefully I don't alt-tab again, because that's gonna piss me off a lot. Not that it already hasn't, of course. So, as we try now, as I was saying, the reason why I knew it wasn't gonna take off was because the thrust from the engines was pushing us down, meaning that we couldn't lift off, and then even when we almost did end up lifting off, well, it didn't go quite as well, did it? We had very advanced SAS. Damn. I would have liked an SAS. As we go faster and faster and faster and crash! Damn. I should probably go a lot slower. We wouldn't have these problems, most likely. I'll keep it at half thrust. Because this thing uses absolutely no fuel at all. This is using no fuel, like... Wind stuff, possibly? Are we suffering the same issues we were just suffering before? Come on, come on, come on. Ah, there we go. Now we got this. Just no SAS. I'm not a good flyer. Oh, well. And it's not going to be very stable because the center of lift is pretty far back compared to the center of mass. So we speed up a little. When the new advanced SAS comes out, it's going to be really good in 0.21. We're going to be able to control... I have a lot more control when the SAS is enabled, so we're going to be able to actually move our craft to a new heading, even with the SAS enabled, as I actually try to... Jebediah! It's not fun. Honestly. I'm trying to keep this thing on a steady flight level, and you just think it's cool to do that shit? Oh shit. Let's go ×2 warp. I just want to test it. ×2 warp. ×4, ×3. Alright, let's put it down before we put it ×4 and crash into the ocean. But overall it's pretty good. We're using pretty much, this is like a really, if I could get this thing up to a reasonable altitude, I could probably get up to a fast enough speed, which we may actually test out in a second once I decide to add an advanced SAS. As we do it is surprisingly stable in that it doesn't swing to the left or the right, it's only that it goes up and down. And this thing's actually, will it flip? Will it flip over, or? Nope, it's just gonna go straight up. And if I let go, it actually starts to flip around for some unknown reason. Yeah, let's see, fly around. Actually, it's good. This one's surprisingly good. This is probably the best one we've done so far. The A-10 Thunderbolt is going to spin in circles, and we're going to recover from it. This is surprisingly really good. Actually, if I can pull up now. Can we pull up? Ah, shit, we're not going to be able to pull up, are we? Oh, yes we are. So, this is probably one of our most stable craft. The A-10 Thunderbolt that we just created. Still in service today, and probably going to be used by the Kerbals a lot. As you can see, Jebediah is probably going to recommend this as his #1 plane to fight in the Kerbal Air Force. I'm going to end the flight here, get back to the hangar, and we're going to quickly add an SAS on and just see how this thing will fly with the SAS control. Oh, there's a lot of control things now there because of all the bloody things. Cool. So as we add that, and we save, launch. This is going to be one of our best planes, most likely. That I expect it to be, sort of. Not really. I expected it not to go as well because of the placement of the engines and where the engines are located. But it actually seemed to go alright. Surprisingly. As we try to lift off because of the engine disability. Oh shit. Come on, come on, come on, big boy. Come on, come on, go on. Advanced SAS, way to victory, please. There we go. So, this thing can fly surprisingly nice, as we can see. At an altitude as we progress higher into the sky. So I'm just going to take over for a second. Try to get this thing on a nice 30-degree angle-ish as we just take off. And I'm actually going to increase the warp speed, which, if I increase the warp speed, it's obviously going to make it, by the looks of things, just crash into the ocean. If it had a good center of lift, it'd probably do a lot better. But yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to. There's just how the plane is designed, and I think the only way it is flying properly is because of all the surface control panels here and here, which pretty much allows it to turn really well and fly. Jebediah is quite happy for some unknown reason, and I lag a lot when I go into either view, but outside it's a lot better. Actually, looking towards, I get about 15 frames a second, and from behind it's about 60 good old frames. As we continue, it doesn't gain altitude as fast as I'd like it to, and it's slowly succumbing to the effects of the lift height issue, and just slowly, yeah, it's just slowly lowering its pitch, which I think you can actually fix with shift. What is it? Shift. What's it? Caps up? I don't know exactly. Whoa, come on. I want you to pull up. Come on. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go any higher. Just for the fact of where the center of weight is and all of that. Actually going to go into dive. And I'm going to... It looks pretty... Oh, wow. And guess what, guys? I managed to do it again. I know, it's amazing how many times I can click onto my other monitor. And I'm probably the only person who does KSP who has the problem due to KSP-ness, and I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Anyway, we're gonna chuck a ladder on here because we're gonna go do our screenshot time. Because screenshot time is worth it. And as we... Nope, just the one. As we save that, launch it, we're going to put the brakes on. Going to get a little cinematic pose of Jebediah standing next to his favorite aircraft so far in the Kerbal Defense Force. Would you get out of there? Eva! Oh, of course it's on the wrong side. No. Oh well, too bad. Doesn't matter. Anyway, let's come over here, Mr. Jebediah, and towards me, and look this way, and F12, nope, F11, F10, it's one of these buttons one of these days. Oh, I think it's that button. Is it this button? I hope it's those buttons because I just spammed it like 20 times. So, anyway, we can actually go back into our craft, and that is all we have time for today. This has been episode something. I think it's episode 4. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and a comment about what you'd like to see me build next time. And that is all for today, guys, and I'll see you guys later. See ya.